This training program will demonstrate the simple procedures to follow to install a Saxon solar water heater and collector panels on a building in the course of construction with an iron or tiled roof. The Saxon solar system of this type is arguably the quickest, easiest and most economic solar system available to install in Australia today. Four individually code-numbered packs can be bought and delivered at different times to suit your installation programs. 12 metres of pipe insulation material and a box containing a bag of connection parts, components and sensor cable. Additional installation may be needed for longer pipe runs. Chemlag insulation must not be used. The 15-metre sensor cable is roughed in with the copper tube from the hot outlet of the collector panel to the water heater at the solar cold line. Additional wire for large jobs is available. This site plan shows roof area and collector positions facing north. 2 runs of half-inch copper tube must be insulated with 13mm or thicker synthetic rubber insulation. Together with the sensor cable, they are roughed in ready to connect to the collectors. To prevent chafing, cable tie the sensor cable to the copper tubes. Plastic pipe must not be used. Rough in the pipework and sensor cable at the correct heights for connection to the water heater. Allow an area of 2.8 metres wide by 2.4 metres high for 2 panels. Position rails on top of existing roof screws at 4 evenly spaced positions for drilling. Drill the 4 marked positions on the rail. Only allow the hole saw to drill out 20mm of the top rail and only the 6mm pilot through the bottom of the rail in one action. While at ground level, the 4 bottom brackets are screwed to the rail and evenly spaced along the rail, 2 brackets for each collector. At each of the 4 rail mounting positions, apply silicone and 1 rubber washer and then position rail. Screw rail to roof on top of the existing screw line. Cyclone fixing requires an additional mid-rail. The collectors are lifted onto the roof with a ladder lift, ensuring the gutter is not damaged. Put the collectors in place on the rails and held in place by the bottom rail brackets. Cover empty collectors with cardboard or shade cloth, which is easily taped down. Now attach corner brackets to the top rail and one side only. Centre rail, of course, if cyclone area. Attach the centre bracket with the 20mm self-tappers. Top mounting plate, 2 for non-cyclone, 3 for cyclone. Drill screw into top section of the rail. Top mounting plate and brass collector connector. Brass collector connectors and plugs. Always use 2 spanners and avoid applying any torque to collector joints. Use Lockseal or Loctite, approved for potable water use, and for high temperatures. Seal off unused top and bottom outlets with 20mm brass plugs. The connections are made taking great care to align properly and avoid cross-threading. Screw the temperature sensor in place and seal with liquid sealant. Run the sensor lead through its own separate hole. Do not use pipe entry holes, as friction with the pipe will cause damage to insulated wire. Attach the air bleed Kalesi valve, which must be in the open position. Do not screw cap down hard, use sealant on thread to lock cap open, and use the terminal block to join the sensor lead to the cable previously run in the roof. If system is uncommissioned for long periods, it is suggested that panels be covered. The cold water connection is to the bottom connection, the hot to the upper connection. The hot and cold connections are never on the same side. Protect exposed insulation with 2 thick coats of paint or ducting to prevent UV degradation. Cyclone kit has 12 pieces and 3 bars. Non-cyclone kit has 8 pieces and 2 bars. Drill out spacer hole with a 5mm pilot and then a 12 to 14mm concrete drill bit. Fill the hole liberally with silicon sealant and insert spacer into each hole to protrude 2 to 3mm. Screw the bottom rail into the batten. Insert the rubber washer as a seal under the frame on top of the tile. Do not over-tighten and crack tiles. Frame finished for collectors to be installed. Mounting plate is fixed to the top and bottom rail. Middle rail is required for cyclonic installations. The solar hot return pipe from the collectors to the tank is lagged with Armaflex. The cold solar flow and sensor cable from the tank to collectors. Connect up the Saxon heater in the normal manner to complete the installation. Overflow pipe must be 20mm copper and discharged as per local council regulations.